Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. And on this channel we talk all things positive within your fandoms. And if that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place. We're so happy to have you. Today is Terrifying Tuesday, so we gotta talk about some horror related content. And our horror related content today is a theory that I kind of wanted to throw out there to you guys about the new Scream 6 movie. Now, this is my own personal theory that I think would be really cool. It doesn't mean anybody else hasn't already come up with this theory, in fact, either. Because I think it would be something very awesome. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so today we're going to be discussing a theory I have because I've noticed something in the trailers that I haven't heard anybody else talking about. So what I want to talk about is Quinn Bailey and her father, Detective Bailey, in this movie, because we see Detective Bailey in the trailers, but we don't see a whole lot of Quinn. In fact, there's sort of a blink and you miss it moment, if indeed this is that actress sitting on the couch with the rest of the characters. So if that's the case now, then that raises a big red flag. And that red flag is, if you are investigating a murder, would you let your own daughter run around with the same people that are involved in this murder? And the answer should be no. Any parent in their right mind isn't going to put their child in danger. Now, if he knows that these people are involved with serial killers in the past, and he would know. He would know because he would pretty much be able to figure this out fairly quickly within the movies. And if you know your kids' friends are involved in something they shouldn't have been involved in, or involved in some major tragedy, you're probably going to be more adamant about watching over them, about making sure that your kid is safe. And that's kind of the thing here. If she is in fact friends with them, he would already be on the radar. However, I'm going to put something else out there. A lot of people are talking about Samara Weaving's character. She could be an older sister to this character, so he could already know the killer is out there. Now, why is this important? Because if his daughter is murdered, and his daughter is Samara Weaving's character, then I think this brings something up very different from anything we've seen before. This could, in fact, be good old-fashioned revenge. It has been rumored that there is more than 2 Ghostface killers in this film. There could, in fact, be 3 or 4. We don't know. But the idea here is that what if what they're saying is true and his daughter is killed by the Ghostface killer, making him a player in the game? So now, think about this. His daughter's killed by the Ghostface killer. They have no idea who this is, but they know who the person is going after. And they know the routine because they have the FBI working on the case in the form of Kirby. They also know the routine because it's a very well-known movie franchise. The Stab universe is big in this universe. So in that regard, they already know the formula. So why wouldn't they then target all the survivors, knowing that one of them, in fact, is the killer? So then what happens? Well, then the killer would stop killing. They wouldn't have a reason to. So now the hunter becomes the hunted. And the other killer does have to kind of watch themselves. They have to fight with the survivors to make sure that their identity isn't confirmed. Because if they know their identity, they're going to get rid of them. And then also they have to survive because now someone's out to kill them. So it becomes this really twisted game of cat and mouse where the person killing them now knows that one of them is the killer. And their motive is just to get rid of whoever the killer is by any means necessary, ending this once and for all. And the definitive thing here is ending it once and for all, because that means Sam has to die. That means Gale Weathers has to die. That means Kirby has to die. That means Tara has to die. That means Mindy has to die. Each and every single one of these people who survived have to die in order for this all to end once and for all. And not only that, whoever their new friends are just have to die because chances are one of them is the killer. Knowing the Stab movie motivations and knowing that it's big in the universe, the Detective Bailey would know that this is going to happen. And who's the other killer? Well, of course, it's his daughter. He's not putting Quinn Bailey in danger. He is in fact planting his younger daughter there to get revenge for the older daughter's death. And she would become one of the killers also, secretly going along with them, watching and waiting, staying kind of in the background, at least in the promos and the commercials, because we don't need to know what she's doing or what's going on, and we don't need to suspect her as a killer. It all becomes a bit more clear if you think about why they could be leaving her out of a lot of the promotional stuff, telling us that his daughter dies, when in fact, we don't know which daughter or when. We don't know who Samara Weaving is playing. So that's my theory going into it. This could be a father-daughter duo doing the killing. And that would be very different. And it would also incorporate a lot of the stuff that we have heard and seen. If you remember in the commercial, every theory likes to throw out the fact the Ghostface says that I'm not like other Ghostface. Well, this would make them not like other Ghostfaces because it's a different type of revenge. It's not a revenge where they're looking to get revenge on the survivors just for the death of their loved one, a la Miss Loomis. Okay, Miss Loomis saw her son as her son and didn't want him to die. And when they killed her son, she took it upon herself to get revenge. And every other case that you've gotten of any sort of revenge in the Scream franchise has sort of followed that suit. This would be a different type of revenge because this would be all about just making it all end and killing the survivors once and for all. And that's kind of what we have heard in other theories, what we have heard being discussed, what we have heard about the potential motive of this killer being really different than anything else. Now, in terms of this museum, it would also make sense because he is a cop. Wouldn't he trap them in sort of this nostalgic museum of horror that he's built? Or potentially this belongs to the other killer who's still yet to be revealed. And they have done this. But in any case, now it's become this one-stop, death-defying moment in the movie. Alright, so don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment box below because we definitely want to hear from you. Share this video with all of your friends so that they can be a part of the conversation as well. Don't forget to hit that like button, it helps the channel. We appreciate it. It's free, so it's awesome. And then Miko says we need more subscribers. And you don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.